I'm Mr. Krabs. Press the free like button if you believe in MOB. That means money over bitches, because they breathe envy. I'm all about making that young moolah baby. Bitches are everywhere, but not the green. When you get it, you multiply it and make more green.
Listen, I don't like to call myself a heel, but in this case, look, man, I might be the best heel on YouTube because I'm the king when it comes to working marks. It's like everything I say, people think I'm serious. Bro, that's the definition of being worked. When I'm saying something and I'm trolling, but you don't know if I'm trolling or not, that means you got worked by your logic. That's my point. I think I am the best heel on YouTube because I work people into getting a goddamn reaction. I can't believe people thought I was serious when I was talking about CM Junk and Drew Mack, their feud. I'm like, obviously I'm being fucking playful. I'm just playing around. This is a great storyline and I'm just trying to have fun with it. It's like, wow, imagine trying to ruin people's fun by saying, oh, it's fake. You know, it's fake and scripted, right? I'm like, damn, man, you a mark. Just tell me you don't get laid without saying you don't get laid. Because women love men with a fun sense of humor and imagination. That's game right there. That's a fun fact. Write that down. That's called game. Hell, you might get a woman based on what I said. Take notes. Women love men with passion and imagination. Listen, let's stop beating around the bush. Let's stop being in denial. I still think that wrestling is dead. And here's why. I can't believe people thought I was being serious when I was talking about the angle between Drew Mack, the Mac Daddy, and CM Junk at WrestleMania 40. These marks thought I was serious about how I was describing their angle. I'm like, okay, obviously I was trolling, right? I'm trying to make content. I'm trying to entertain people. I'm trying to play along with this great storyline that Triple H has wrote. So I can't believe people were giving me comments by saying, oh, it's fake, right? You know, it's fake. It's scripted, right? I'm like, okay, no, duh, bitch. I got 10 million views, bitch, on this channel. I know what the fuck I'm doing when it comes to making content and not you. But to make a long story short, I can't talk about a storyline without somebody telling me it's fake and it's fucking scripted. Okay, that's a problem. That's an issue that people are not trying to bring up. These marks have killed the business. And it's obvious. Listen, fun fact, if you go on people's pages and troll, that means you have no woman in your life. That means you get no bitches. Your ass can't keep a bitch whatsoever. Because if you got a bitch in your life, bruh, you ain't got the time to troll other grown men that you will never meet in your real life. It's like, bro, you spend more time hounding me more so than getting dates. That means that's a huge issue. That is an incel propaganda. But the point I'm trying to make is, every time I try to discuss a great storyline, I get marks always telling me it's fake and it's scripted. Bro, back in the day, you would get punched in your face back in the 90s at school if you were to tell somebody that. Because that means you are trying to ruin their fantasy. You're trying to ruin their fucking dreams on trying to watch professional wrestling. In terms of, you are trying to spoil their fun. Why are you trying to spoil people's fun? Obviously, I'm joking. I'm making light out of this storyline. When it comes to CM Junk and Drew Mack, it's a great story. Okay, let's talk about it. See, people love to complain just to hear the sound of their goddamn voice, right? So you cry and complain about Tony Khan Man being a shit booker. You cry and complain about All Elite Wrestling being bad, about how it's all about matches and not about the story. Okay, Triple H is the opposite. He's doing story. Okay, cool. Let's discuss it. Let's talk about it. Okay, if we're invested in a storyline, okay, that makes Triple H look good, right? By that same logic, that means he's doing something right. He's trying to bring back wrestling to what it was. See, back in the day, in my era, the 90s, the motherfucking 90s, we never called wrestling fake. We never talked about behind the scenes bullshit. Me and my friends, we never talked about behind the scenes drama. We never talked about that. We didn't care about the Montreal screw job. We didn't care. All we cared about was, okay, when is the next time we're going to see Bret Hart? Will he come back or will he not come back? That's what we were discussing. We were not talking about, did Bret Hart punch out Vince McMahon? We didn't give a fuck. All we cared about was what we were seeing on TV. We didn't care about any backstage drama. See, nowadays, the only time people get tons of views on their videos is when they're talking about behind the scenes backstage drama. That, in reality, it's none of our business. But people love drama. Drama gets clicks, and that's why wrestling is dead. People care more about behind the scenes bullshit more so than talking about a goddamn storyline. If I'm talking about on whether or not was it Drew Mac's fault that he lost the belt at WrestleMania. Okay, I'm talking about that, right? You talking about backstage drama in AEW that has nothing to do with the in-ring product. Okay, that's bad. That's not good. That means you got a fucked up mind. You have fucked up priorities. You care about backstage, behind the scenes, fucking breaking kayfabe drama more so than talking about a storyline within professional wrestling. Professional wrestling is story. We're not supposed to talk about backstage shit, right? Okay, let's talk about Drew Gulak. The only reason I talked about Drew Gulak is because people want to know why he was let go from the World Wrestling Federation. People want to know why. Okay, that's fair. Okay, let's talk about why Ronda Rousey was bad at wrestling. Okay, she was an issue backstage. Okay, that makes sense. Let's talk about that. Why? Because she is retired. Okay, people want to know why Ronda Rousey left. Okay, let's talk about it. Like, for example, I don't care about Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair having issues backstage, bro. I don't care about that. Let's talk about the in-ring product. See, why y'all so fucking nosy, right? That's why wrestling is dead. It's fucking dead. Bro, I can't put over a storyline between Drew Mac and CM Punk without people saying it's fake, it's scripted, you are being worked. Don't get worked into a shoot, brother. I'm like, wow, man, like, so you get caught a mark by discussing a storyline that has been written on Raw. As fans, it's our job to discuss that. It's not our job, it's not our business to discuss backstage issues that has zero to do with the in-ring product. Like, bro, that's the definition of being a mark, actually. Where you don't care about talking about storylines, you care more about the backstage drama. You care more about CM Punk and the Bucks and Jack Perry more so than what was going on in the ring. That's a problem. Okay, so by that same logic, make up your fucking mind. What's more important to you? What's more entertaining? Backstage bullshit? Or what goes on in the fucking ring once that bell rings? See, I don't like talking about all elite wrestling. Why? Because there's zero to talk about. All I'm hearing is backstage drama, showing a film of CM Punk choking out Jack Perry. People care more about that than storylines. Real storylines that people have wrote. I'm like, bro, that's a problem. That means wrestling is dead. You don't care about stories? So let me get this straight. So you can't be a mark if you discuss backstage drama, backstage issues that break kayfabe, but you get caught a mark if you talk about the bloodline storyline. You get caught a mark if you talk about the feud between Drew Mac and CM Punk. So you get caught a mark, right, if you discuss on whether or not Liv Morgan will take away Dominic away from Rhea. Yeah, man, you got fucked up priorities. Look here, bitch. Watch the fucking UFC. If you don't want storylines, watch the UFC. How about you watch Beyond the Mat? When Vince McMahon said, "We make movies." That's what he said. Wrestling is a soap opera. People talk about soap operas, right? People talk about TV shows. People talk about X-Men 97. Bruh, people make videos discussing X-Men 97, a fake cartoon show. Dude, people were crying when Gambit died. Let me repeat. There's people on YouTube that said they cried when Gambit died on X-Men 97. People will talk about the story of X-Men 97, a cartoon show, really. Okay, make that make sense. But you get caught a mark if you are hyped up about a wrestling storyline. Like, you can't make it make sense. Which one do you want? Do you not want stories? Yo ass just want to hear about backstage drama like a fucking nosy idiot? Like I said, check my resume. Check my past videos. The majority of my videos about the World Wrestling Federation are about the storylines, or I'm talking about how great somebody is in their company, like a fucking Drew Mack, prime example, or a Chad Gable, or a Gunther. I'm talking about what I see in the ring, their characters. I'm not talking about any backstage bullshit. But when it comes to All Elite Wrestling, all we talk about is the backstage drama. And I blame Jim Cornette, really. He brainwashed a lot of people. It's crazy, right? He said he hated Beyond the Mat, the movie. But here he is every week exposing the business. Every week. He exposes the business every week. He never talks about storylines. He always goes behind the scenes. He always talks about how bad the ratings are, this, that, how bad Tony Khan is. He always talks shit about everything AEW does. I'm talking about behind the scenes. So by your logic, your channel is very Beyond the Mat-like. Hold on. Ain't this guy in charge of Dark Side of the Ring? I'm like, bruh, that's a bootleg Beyond the Mat. Like I said, he exposes the business every week. Now, all people care about is hearing about behind the scenes bullshit. They don't care about what they see on TV. For example, let's talk about me. I'm always talking about the bloodline, right? See, now I'm trying to discuss if Rocky Maivia will show up at War Games. Okay, that means I'm talking about the storyline. I'm talking about if Gunther Varenganalel, if he should have lost to Braun Breaker. I'm talking about Chad Gable, he should have been the one to beat Gunther. See, I talk about that. I talk about, will Roman Reigns face Rocky Maivia at next year's WrestleMania? That's what I talk about. I rarely ever talk about behind the scenes bullshit unless it's called for. But most of the time, I'm talking about storylines. You see, I make videos about, will Kevin Owens turn on Sami Zayn, right? I make those kind of videos. I make videos about wrestling storylines. Okay, by your logic, that makes somebody a mark if they talk about a wrestling storyline and they are fucking passionate about it. When it comes to wrestling, I'm very passionate. Listen, there's no way that y'all got women in your life. And here's why. Because women like men with passion. Women like men who show passion. Women like men who show passion about certain things that they enjoy. Listen, do you know what women love most about a man? Passion. Does he have passion? Does he have charisma? Does he have a sense of humor? Does he take himself seriously or not? Does he tell jokes? Does he take himself seriously when it comes to a conversation? Right? Women like men who are the life of the party. Like me, for example. I'm very charismatic. That's why women love me. I'm very charismatic. I don't take myself too seriously inside of a conversation, right? If I'm at a club or a party, I love talking to women. Most likely, if me and you were at a party, nigga, I would take your bitch. Why? Because I'm a very talkative guy. I'm very passionate, right? Let's say I talk to a woman about professional wrestling, but she sees that I have passion about what I'm talking about. Guess what, bitch? I'm going to leave the party with her because I found something to talk about. That means I got passion. That means I have a huge imagination. That I love fake pro wrestling. I love the art. I love the story of professional wrestling. It's like a goddamn soap opera. Women love soap operas. Women love TV shows with cliffhangers and drama. So she will see me as very attractive. Based on, hell, we might have tons in common if I'm showing passion about pro wrestling, a fake sport with fake storylines. That's how I know you trolls and marks, you don't get pussy. You marks don't understand women. That's a fact. To say somebody is a mark because they show passion about a storyline in wrestling, that's like calling somebody a mark because they show passion about fucking Breaking Bad, or they show passion about Batman, or they show passion about fucking Spider-Man. It's like, dude, you marks live dead, dull lives. There's no difference between wrestling and Marvel, DC, Dragon Ball Z. Bruh, there's so many hot women who are huge fans of Dragon Ball Z. But you wouldn't know that because you don't get bitches. Do you think women love men with serious personalities? No, they do not, bro. They don't. They hate you guys. Women love dudes like me with a huge imagination. I love comics. I love Dragon Ball Z. I love wrestling. I love fucking Marvel, DC. I love SVU. I love Law and Order. Like, I love tons of TV shows. So, yes, I show passion for something that's very entertaining. That means the writers are doing their jobs. That means Triple H is doing his job. If I'm showing passion about a feud between Drew Mack and CM Punk, that means Triple H is doing a great job. You see, Con Man, listen, Tony Khan, man, he had the ball. The Devil storyline was great, but he dropped the ball. That was the best storyline in all Elite Wrestling history, but he fucking blew it. Now, that's all people talk about is the backstage behind the scenes drama with his company. That's his fault. So, if I'm talking about the TV stuff, the TV storylines, when it comes to Raw and SmackDown, that means Triple H is doing a great job. That means his show ain't fucking boring. If I'm trying to bring up the fact that Ricochet might turn heel, so I'm talking about, will Ricochet turn heel rather than is Ricochet a backstage problem, right? See, that's what I talk about. I talk about what I see on their TV shows, not backstage bullshit drama that you marks want. I don't want that. That helps out nobody. That helps zero people. I'm trying to entertain people. So yes, bitch, I'm very passionate about Drew Mack and CM Punk. Where will this go? Right? For example, people will try to call me a mark just because I made a video about why was Roman Reigns so focused on Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 40 once he wore that Shield gear. Okay, that's called story. That's called theater. Like, that's Triple H's job, to tell stories. He said it. Okay, good job. That's called storytelling that we should be talking about, you stupid dumb. Oh. I was close to saying the F-A-G word, but I don't want to be demonetized. So I gotta calm down. But that was a great storyline. The fact that Seth Rollins, he wore the goddamn Shield gear to distract Roman Reigns because he knows how Roman feels every time he sees them in that outfit. That's called story arc. That's called storytelling. That helped out Cody Rhodes to beat him. What else do you want me to talk about? You stupid dumb. I can't say F-A-G, even though you marks deserve it. But my whole point is, this is professional wrestling and you killed it. You killed it. Because you don't care about story. You care about fucking MTV bullshit. You care about the fucking housewives of LA. That's how you view wrestling now. You view wrestling like the fucking Jersey Shore. You view wrestling like fucking Real World MTV. You don't care about theater. You don't care about story. You want the fucking real shit backstage. That is not your business. Do you know what's my business? The storyline between Drew Mack and CM Junk. That's my business because they are trying to entertain me as a fan. It's not my business if CM Junk is a problem backstage for the World Wrestling Federation. Really, that's not my business. My business is, are you doing a good job on TV every week on Raw, trying to entertain me? That's your job, right? That's my fucking point. I'm done.